to my another tutorial. And in this tutorial I'm gonna explain you how to save and restore the state, the activity state in your directly in your layout. Okay, so pretty much you can do everything in, you can restore and save your activity state in your layout. Okay, how can it sounds strange, but how can we do that? Okay, so I'm gonna just write a brief simple application, demo application, to show the to demonstrate that we can make it happen. You know, we can save and restore the activity states in layout. Okay, okay, just to recap what we did before in the previous lecture, we are talking about activity life cycle. And then now in this section we will show how your activity save and restore the state. And from the previous sections we also learned that the configuration changes such as rotating the phone cause the activity to be recreated. Okay, I just demonstrate everything, like when you rotate the phone, it caused the activity to be recreated. I demonstrated it in my previous lecture, so if you missed my previous lecture, just go through my previous lectures. Okay, and this can also happen if the system has killed your app in order to free your memory. So you know, you can your activity can be recreated when you change the configuration, or your user has or system has killed your app in order to free the memory. For example, like you didn't use the application for a long time, and obviously like you are using some other activities, you know, and like obviously to free up the memory, the system usually kills the your app in order to free your memory when you are using multiple applications, you know, simultaneously at a time, you know. So in this kind of scenarios, it is very important to preserve the state of your activity when you restore. Okay, because it's not depending on you, you know, like the system is killing your application to free up the memory, but you know, in this scenario it is important for you to preserve the state of your activity. So we will be trying to just handle this kind of situation when you want to save and restore the state in your layout. So okay, let's create okay, so this is a simple application. Okay, and actually okay, I have created a simple like my simple activity is called save and restore activity. Okay, so I want to remove the unnecessary files from here. And the layout what it is using is okay, set layout dot okay is activity save restore. Okay, so this is a simple layout file, okay, which is pretty simple. Just have a text view. Okay, so we want to create a very simple application for the purpose of demonstration of how to save and restore. Okay, so let me go to the strings and just write all the necessary like uh, string values for this demonstration app. So I'm gonna have a save restore app. Okay, so it has strings like sorry guys. Okay, so first thing we have our so we can add the strings, which is like save restore title. Okay, what is the title? The title will be like enter your name and email for a discount code at your favorite shop. All right, and pretty much we also have another string, which is email label. Okay, your email label is email. Okay, actually we also need a first name, right? first name label is actually I already have a first name, so I can reuse this. So okay, let me reuse this. Okay, so what else, guys? Okay, so let's not care about this one for the moment. And okay, discount code, discount label. uh, it's pretty much like a get count. Okay, and okay, we have a discount code confirmation. We need this label. It's pretty much we get this count. Sorry, it's like hey, so here is your discount code. Okay, validations. Okay, please fill in all form fields. Okay, in case if the user don't fill any forms, so we have to just show a message saying that hey, please fill all the form fields, right? So okay, so this is like our like simple application strings. And now we will try to okay, create the layout. Okay, layout for your application. So what our layout will be consisting of, uh, it's a very simple layout. But before that I want to just provide you some basic information, because this is application is also for the purpose of giving you more tips and tools, right? So here you will see that I'm using a text size, like this. If you see, it's pretty much this is the layout for this this is a view of for this layout, right? So you see here different information here. So one of the information is like you might be interesting why I'm using SP instead of DP, right? SP stands for scale independent pixels. Okay, this unit type represents the same value as a density pixel. It's like a same value for the density pixel, but density pixels are more used for the size, whereas SP is more used for the font. Okay, font size. Okay, so that is the difference, because whenever you use the text size you use SP, because it's for the font size. Okay, whenever you use the width and height size, for the dimension sizes for also the image dimension size, then you use DP. Okay, density pixel, density independent pixels, right? And SP means scale independent pixel, right? So okay, so this is the tip. And so other attributes in the layout affecting positioning, like for example, as I already told you, width and height are very very important when you define any view. Okay, and there are also some interesting concept that I want to go through, like is margin, layout margin of maybe to a DP. Okay, and there is also another thing like padding of maybe 8 dp. All these things like are also very interesting, like or important, okay, in when you are dealing with the layout. The most common ones are like padding and margin, which these are the attributes that is affecting your position of the of the view, right? So padding is applied on the inside of the view. As you see that the padding is pretty much it's inside of the view. Okay, let me increase the padding. You see, it's pretty much, you see the inside of the view, and is the space between the text and the border. So the text and the border, the space between these two is called padding. Okay, and whereas margin are pretty much outside of the view, like these are the margins. So let me increase the margin from 12 to maybe 50. You see the margin increased here. So margin are pretty much it's outside of the view and are the space from the outer edge of the view. So it's a space between this outer edge of the view is pretty much the margin. So so these two attributes are very important, guys. So I will pretty much suggest you to check it out again. And you see I'm just increasing the padding. This padding is pretty much applied to the all the four sides, but you can also particularly um, like specify the padding on that particular direction, like maybe just button of 2 dp. You know, you can just pretty much define the padding here, like okay, maybe let me define a padding of button just of one side. You see the padding just is applied here on the one side. Okay, so whenever you remove it, it is applied on the four, like all four directions, all four sides. Okay, so you can specify padding top, bottom, you know, left, right, you know. So it's the same thing goes also with the margin. Okay, so this one is pretty much applied on the four sides. So if I can want top, just I want not the top, let's put it left. I just want the left margin, you see. Okay, sorry guys, if you see the left margin is pretty much applied here. Now I don't see it because of the constraint, you know. So let me okay, if I add the constraint, I will pretty much yeah, and also because of the width. uh, uh, right, actually it's the right one side. uh, it's not working because of my constraint, you know. Okay, you see, now I have like my pretty much margin right is 50 dp here, as I can see it's 50. So the left margin, as I was telling you, is 50 dp extra is applied here as a margin, right? So this is like you can specify the margin like on the all sides or on the specific side, right? Okay, so we are done with this one. And let me reduce so that it's much okay. Yeah, so these are some cool interesting concepts. So in order to have some consistency and uniformity throughout the app, as you can see that I was for consistency and uniformity, and for the purpose of making your code more cleaner, we instead of hard coding, we just use such kind of files, right, to declare all your text files. Similarly, the same concept also go for the dimensions, like margins and padding, you know. So we can declare these dimensions pretty much in our values dot dimension file. Okay, so here you see, like I can just pretty much declare a dimension value, like a dimension of margin. I want to make a normal margin that I use of 8 dp, 8 dp, and also maximum I can have a like double of it is 16 dp, or maybe uh, 16, or maybe maximum like 20 dp, you know. Okay, the same goes also with the padding. padding, I want the padding of maximum 4 dp. Okay, uh, 8 dp, and 12, and finally the 16 db padding. Okay, so yeah, it's just the basic, guys. Like, so I'm just pretty much for the case, for having more consistency and uniformity throughout the app, I'm just declaring all the dimensions, like for example margin and padding here, right? So pretty much I can use now the margin here is margin 8 dp, and padding, I didn't want more padding, I also want 8, just 8 dp of padding, right? So yeah, this is the best, one of the best practice that I am trying to demonstrate here. Okay, so yeah, we are good to go now. So let's move further about creating our application. Obviously our application will not be this simple application. I was just demonstrating it, and actually what we have to create is, our application consists of a edit text with width and height of always the wrap content and wrap content. Okay, so the IDE of this one is like, obviously it's a first name, text, and okay, now we'll define more other attributes, is like, let's define text size. Okay, let me also define some text sizes here, right? Mention text size. Okay, it's let's start, the text size actually starts from 12 sp, right? So the minimum is 12 sp, and then it can just keep on increasing until 14 and 16, and finally the 18, it's much more larger, or maybe let's see the largest one, 20 dp for the okay. So the text size, it will be almost like 20 sp. Okay, because it's the first name. And then what else, we also need the hint. Okay, the hint will be like first name, okay, and we will have a input type is like a text. Okay, and yes, we need to now define the constraint top to top. Okay, yes, actually I forgot one interesting thing, that is I need to also have a wrap content, I need to have a header, guys. Yes, I was missing the header actually. So what our header will be looking like is uh, okay, it's a header title. Okay, my header title will have text of like it's save restore title. Okay, and the text size will be like 20, because it's a header. Like gravity will be like center. Okay, and what else, okay, let me define the constraint, like is top to top of parent. Okay, and what I want to do is also, like I was telling about the margin, margin of like, let's see, 8 dp. Okay, and I want to put some kind of padding. Okay, padding of let's put 4 dp, not much more, right? And Yes, I think we are good to go with this one, right? And yes, we are good to go. Okay, so uh, the purpose of okay, now I want to have a constraint. Top to bottom of is a header title. Okay, so I want to just make it here. That was my concept, and the same goes with the start of parent. Okay, and what about the margin here? I want to also put some margin. Um, okay, let's put some margin. Start of margin maximum 16. Okay, uh, and what else, guys? mm, I think I am good to go with this concept. So yeah, I'm good to go with the first name edit text. Like, I mean, like this first name. I want also the similarly. I want also the last name. Uh, yeah. Okay. Similarly. Okay. Let's add the last name. I will change the last name here. I will change similarly. Everything is pretty much similar, but I just want to change the constraint. The last name will be after the, it will be like pretty much not start to start but end to end of parent. Okay, and it will be pretty much uh, start to end of first name, and obviously top to bottom of the header. So yeah, I guess this is pretty fine, right? Okay, so what else? Okay, so we also need another similar edit text which is for inputting the email, right? So let's create the email edit text. Okay, uh, and everything is pretty similar. The text size margin start is pretty okay, 16 dp, input type is text, and yeah, but I just want to change the constraints here because the constraints are pretty much not similar, because it will be top to bottom of first name, right? And uh, start off will be parent. Okay, and obviously the hint will be email label, so it will be like the email, right? So uh, okay, so it will be like the email. So uh, what else we need? Yes, we need to change the it will be like a email text email address. Okay, so this will be the input type for the email, and uh, okay, so let's put also end to end of parent to the email, because I want to be more uh, and let's put the uh, it match parent and wrap content for sure, and I want to put a margin of margin, the maximum, like let's put it 16, right? Because we also have all the other has the 16 margin. Okay, okay, so I think we are good to go. Okay, so we are good to go. So finally what we need is also another thing, which is submit button, right? So let's add also another button here, so which is pretty much uh, wrap content and wrap content. Okay, so let's put idea for button is a discount button. Okay, it's a discount button. It is pretty much top to bottom of email, and it is start to start of parent, and similarly the constraints are end to end of parent. Okay, so we have the button. We need to also have add labels to the button is text is code discount label. Okay, get discount. Okay, and obviously the gravity is center, and what else we want to say is obviously the text size is text 20. I want to make it more bigger, right? Okay, so yeah, we also have a discount button, and finally what we need is also another text view. And what this text view is gonna do is gonna this first it will be like match parent wrap content. Okay, and what it will be is like a discount code confirmation id. So the constraint will be pretty top to bottom of discount button. Okay, and which will have a margin of 16 dp here similarly, and we will have a padding of, I want to have a padding of 8 dp guys. And let me add some label. Okay, let's not have a label because let's add the gravity to be center, and finally the text size to be 20 sp. And yes, finally what we need more guys, we need uh, okay, let me add a tools text, and what I want is hey somebody. Okay, that is the name. Here is your discount code. Okay, and yeah, okay, so here is a discount code, and then also again we have to have another text view to show the discount code, right? So it will be pretty much match parent wrap content gravity center is top to bottom of discount code confirmation, and start to start of parent, and end to end of parent, right? So yes, we also need id discount but oh no, it's like discount code. It's a text, it's not a button. Okay, so what more guys, it's tools text. I also okay, it can be anything like this one guys, code, right? And what else, the discount code I want to just add text size to be also 20, and text style to be bold, and what else guys, Okay, what else, what else? A margin, yeah, I want to add also margin of 16 dp. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the simple view, guys. Okay, so let me run this application. Let me run this simple application, and let's see how it is gonna be look like. Okay, it's gonna pretty much look like this, guys. It's gonna look like this, right? And yeah, what I was trying to say, you guys, is yeah. Okay, let's not okay, let me give you some interesting information about what is this tools. This tool that I'm using, it's like it comes from this namespace for tools. Okay, which is like http schemas.android.com/tools. It's a tools namespace which is specified at the top of the XML layout file, which enables certain features that can be used when creating your app to assist with configuration. It is pretty much like assisting tools for configuration and designing your XML file. Okay. um, so these attributes are pretty much removed when you build your application, so they don't contribute to your application at all. So when you use tools the text, this means like what it is doing pretty much is like it's kind of an attribute to show the text that will typically be displayed in the form field, right? For example, it's pretty much displayed here, but finally it's not getting displayed here, right? You see, I have like built my app, and like I don't get any kind of this information here, right? Because it is just a tools text. It is just helping you to for the configuration and design of your layout. That's it, guys. Okay, so yeah, being said, we okay, now let's move further, and let's understand one key concept now. Okay, uh, and the key concept is pretty much it's understanding how that we save the values, right? So let's add my first name is Niran, name is Khatri, and email is at mail.com. Okay, and pretty much I'm using a very simple uh, okay, so actually I'm not getting any discount here because there is still the implementation of code there. But what is my main goal of this application is I want to save and restore the data, right? So I want when I just rotate the application. Okay, nothing is happening because the rotation is not enabled by default. So where is the screen rotation? uh, okay, auto rotation is off, so you need to turn it on. Close this. Okay, now let's rotate this. Okay, you see that the last name was gone. I don't know if you remember, or let's do it again. Let's add a last name, and when I rotate, you see the last name is gone. The but whereas you see that the name and the email is still present there. The instance is saved, because if you go to your okay, in logcat, because I have not yet added any logs, but save and restore state. Okay, let me do one thing. Companion object. Okay, let me make it private. Const val tag. It's a save restore activity. Okay, tag. Okay, and it is on create. Similarly goes on start. Okay, okay, let me just, for the demo purpose, assume. Okay, just let me hold a second, guys. On stop. On, yeah, this is finally on destroy also. Sorry, on pause. Sorry, on start also. So actually I'm just pretty much doing it for the demo purpose, guys. Okay, one second. I'm gonna add logs to each and every activity lifecycle stage. Start. Okay, this is on resume, this is on start, this is on pause, this is on stop, and this is on destroy. Okay, so let me cancel this log get. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a simple demonstration. Run this application again. Okay, I'm gonna run this application again. Okay, nothing is happening here. Okay, because the tag is wrong. Your tag should be save restore activity. You see what is done is like, okay, let me okay, let me do it everything from the beginning. Okay, so what I am gonna do is I'm gonna write my name, surname, email is my email at mail.com. Okay, so what I have done is I pretty much have added my information, and then what I do is like I rotate. You know, when you rotate, what has done, it is done, it has paused your activity, stopped, destroyed your activity, then it has recreated your activity. You see, on create, on start, and on resume. So when it does this, so it's creating everything from the scratch. And if you have not saved your instance, then it is not saved, right? You see the last name is not saved here. So how can we save our instance? So this is the main concept of our lecture here. So I was as you remember, I was telling you I will teach you how to save the instance state in the layout, so we don't need to use any callbacks or anything. So how can we do that? We can do it pretty similar. It's simple because edit text provide us a way to do that activity. Okay, it's like pretty much we name, just we need to add the id. Okay, so okay, so we just need to add the id, and let's apply. Okay, so now let's okay, now let's save the name. Okay, so now I save the name, and now I try to rotate the second time. You see, the instance is saved because of the id. So what was missing here was the id. So now to summarize all the each and every concept is, when you run your application again and rotate the device, it will preserve the value you have entered. That you can see that it's because of the id of the edit text field that preserves the id. So for edit text field, it's common to retain the state on the configuration change when the user is entering details into the form, so that it is default behavior if your field has an id. So if it is a default behavior if you have set an id, so it's always important that you have set an id, so that the value of the instance the value of your view is saved here. um, so yeah, that's it guys. That's the summarize of everything. So setting the IDs for view that enables scrolling, such as also recycle view, is also very important, as it enables the scroll position to be maintained when the activity is recreated. So also you have to pretty much be sure using it with other views like recycle views and many more guys. Okay. Okay, so but there is an exception like such in yes, if you don't use the ID, then it's not gonna be saved, right? So yeah, that's it, and hope you like my lecture, and I have explained each and every concept in detail slowly so that you can perfection your understanding. And in my next lecture I will be pretty much explaining about how can we can save and restore the state using callbacks. Okay, not in the layout but by using callbacks. And thank you very much guys, and catch you again in the next lecture, and please do subscribe. Thank you.